Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and this is the daily scan for Tuesday, May 14th, 2013. From a announcement perspective, it's the quietest day for this week, except for maybe Friday. Nothing very exciting from my perspective coming out today. Charles Placer is the Philly Fed chairman, and import and export prices coming out, maybe market affecting at 8:30 this morning. We'll see. I think the market is pretty much on its own right now and doesn't much care about hardly anything at all. Alright, let's take a look over here how things are going. The open this morning is looking slightly down. Possibly an indication of the day and possibly not. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So why do we look at it? Well, if it was down 120 on the Dow, then we would say that it's probably going to be a negative day. Or if it's up 100, then we could say that it's probably going to be a positive day because it's going to gap at the open. But not much news. I mean, when you're seeing numbers like this, it could go either way. Gold is still languishing after its recent surge, and oil is still hanging right around that 95 mark. Isn't that wonderful? All right, we're looking at our account here. Both of them together. A little concerned about Netflix, actually. Not so much Baidu here, but I'm a little bit concerned about Netflix because we have an iron condor out here on Netflix, and Netflix had a really good day yesterday when the rest of the market was kind of blah. So they are a bit of a concern. A peek at the chart right quick shows that they had a sweet day yesterday, and I was trying to figure out what it was that happened, and I'm looking at the news that came out from yesterday, and I couldn't really make a determination on why Netflix did that yesterday. But if I was to look at it today at a potential open, it doesn't look like it's going to gap up or anything like that. It looks like it may actually open down a tad if we're looking at the midpoint between 226 and 230, which would be 228, and that would be a slightly gap down on the open. So maybe I don't need to worry about it, but today we're going to take a look at all the open positions in our Analyze tab, just looking at their risk profile. So we'll move back up here to Amazon. We don't really have anything open in Apple right now. June Iron Condor, looking okay there. Nothing to really concern ourselves about. Baidu, this one that we jumped in really heavy, didn't have a very good day yesterday, so we're down a tad on that. Not worried about it at this time. IWM, this is a insurance policy calendar. I have a time alert in my email program, or my calendar program, that is going to trigger off on Thursday morning. And I will be taking a look at this then to see if how I'm going to get out of it. You know, I'll probably just exit this thing and just be done with it. I don't think, unless things are really looking bad, I'm not going to hang on to this June, these long puts for June, the fourth weekend in June. But we'll see how things work out by Thursday. MasterCard, we actually have two things going on there. We have a bull put here in the spread account that's currently up $34, and an iron condor for June in the Profit 10 portfolio account that is looking just fine. We have deltas at 4, nothing to worry about there at this time. And then Netflix, was considering getting out of this thing last week, and I wanted to squeeze a few more dollars out of it. My bad. It's my bad. I should have gotten out of this when the getting was good. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on Netflix, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an alert in here above the high. Oops, that's not alert. Above the high from yesterday. And let's see, what shall we stick it at here? 229.69 was the high. Look at 231, let's say. Let's make it at 231. And that'll be it. So we now have an alert at 231 for Netflix. Okay. And in the other account, we have a bull put on this, and that one's happy right now. Alright, Panera. Looking okay on Panera. Not concerned about that. The Qs. This one's, I'm just going to let this thing go to expire. I'm not going to do anything on any of these positions here. And then there's our friend the Russell. It's not last, second to last. Let's take a look at Visa right quick. And Visa's starting to pay off now. So back to the Russell. I am not going to roll this calendar or do anything goofy on it. If the market starts taking a dive, if this is an indication of a retrace or a pullback to some area of support or whatever, then I may hang on to this put a little bit longer, the June put, but I'm not going to mess around with it. And I am thinking of this calendar for next month. Let me move this up here a little tad. For not next month, but for July, August calendar here. I'm not sure if I covered this yesterday or not, but this is a calendar that I'm thinking of doing in both accounts. I think I do remember covering this yesterday with you. So still thinking about that. Haven't pulled the trigger on it. A little bit busy yesterday, so I'm not able to get to it. And that is that for our current positions. All right, let's run through the A+ list. And I suppose we'll go here for the A+ list on this sheet, and let's take a look at Apple. Alrighty. Where did those lines come from? Well, I'm telling you, this chart stuff here is just driving me absolutely goofballs, because I've been deleting all drawings and then I go back the next day and they're back again. I just can't figure out what's going on with the charts here. And I'm done complaining about it, because it seems like as though it just goes into a black hole, although, I suppose if they get enough complaints about it, they're going to do something about it, but they don't ever really get back to the individuals. Alright, we can delete this arrow here, and we can actually delete this line, and we can delete this. Alright, now our target down here, time-wise, we didn't hit it, although we may still with the red line, but that's just a by guess or by golly, actually, when I put that in there. But I just want the focus to be here, and we may have a hook forming here, but it's too early because I'm looking for percent K to also hook. So we're just going to hang in there on that particular one. Charts are a little bit slow this morning. Amazon's very flat, so we're just hanging on to that iron condor. Should I add on to an iron condor? Where are we here? We have a June iron condor. I don't know that I want to add on to it. I could do... Nah, I'm not going to do anything. That's fine. Fine the way that it is. Baidu, we have this bull put still maturing. Although this is a rather large candle, not panicking at this time. Celgene, we are looking to hit a target down here. Looks like it's going to continue marching up. Still might be able to hit that target though. You just don't know. Get rid of those things. Okay. CF Industries, the fertilizer company. Let's see. We thought we might have a trend reversal here, but it looks like it's just piercing through that 50 MA and may continue back down again. So I consider this a downtrend, and I'm going to delete this, and I will take a look at doing a bear call on this if we get movement where we want to have our movement here. We do have a hook at or below, so we now have an alert on CF. Alright. Chipotle. We didn't get our alert. I'm not really interested in this anymore. It's a little messy in here, and I'm not doing an iron condor on it, that's for sure. So I'm just going to get rid of this alert. Make a note of it. Alright. Google. Still marching in its uptrend. Maybe we'll get a entry opportunity. I'll probably take one if we get down to the midpoint here and it gives us a hook like we could have back here. And I wait for these just to say, well, here's a minor pullback, and then it's gonna continue, and that's usually a sign that the next wave is going to be a strong one as it continues its way up. Goldman Sachs. They call those flags, like this one. This one could be considered a flag, and this could be considered a flag. Depending on which way the trend is going, the flag is either up or down, a bull or bearish flag. Goldman is not really telling us anything here. I'm going to look at an iron condor for Goldman. We can do that right now. Take a couple minutes here to take a look at an iron condor for them in June. What are we looking at here? Deltas around 135. So we'll do just a vertical there at 135, and I may not like these at all, and this is a delta. I may not like these at all. No. What if we make this 130, 125, 13 and 19, 130 and 165 on the chart. 130 is way down here, and 165 is way up here. That might be that would be a very safe iron condor, I have to say. It's not going to make you rich or anything, but let's see, if it's $32 and then it costs $5 for the trade. That's why I dropped Goldman before. Although the volatility is not too bad, but if I really want to be safe, let's take a look at June from a. Oh, that's pretty safe. If we were, what is this here? This is like 3%. So if we were to go to 10%, looking at this number here, or even 5%, if we were to do to 510, we don't have anything at that strike. 132, we don't have anything at that strike. If we go to 135 on this side and stick with what we have here, that's what we would have to do. And I might think about that. So we would go back here to this 135, 130. And we could kind of make this unbalanced too by making this 175 getaway. I'd take a little bit more risk on the high end, and that would give us $59. That wouldn't be too bad. So if we unbalance this, but then we can't get into so many positions though either, which is, I guess, is okay. So if we were to do 2, that would be $2,000 in risk. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let me think about it. Moving on, LinkedIn. LinkedIn not looking too hot right now. Looks like it may not give us the hook, but what I'm going to do, we are still in an uptrend. I'm just going to stick an alert out here and just see what happens. See if we can move above that. MasterCard, we're already in with several trades on this. It's bad tick, ignore that. Uptrend. No entry opportunities at this time. Netflix, definitely making a strong move up. So here's the deal. We're in enough on Netflix. I'm not going to add to that. I'm happy with it. I just stick it out. Priceline, on a pretty good tear, but no entry opportunity there at this time. Panera, this one's starting to work its way out. That's good. Would I add to it? I'm in deep enough on Panera right now. I don't want to add to my risk. Now we got to slip down here to Visa. And Visa we're in, and it's starting to develop for us. And we could add to this if we get a hook here. So I'm going to just move this up to here, and we'll see if we get a hook. And in addition, I'm going to put an alert on this up around here. So we'll just see where that one moves today. Alright, so that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The rut post that I did over the weekend is really generating some really great comments, and I'm putting them all on the comment section for the article on the blog. So if you want to read that, feel free to go over there and take a look at the comments that are there as of now. And we'll see how this develops. We still have, today is Tuesday, so we still have 3 more days to go before Friday expiration, so it should be fun. Alright, so thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.